how did you think about the architecture of the building?
So the architecture of the building, and Thelma speaks to this so well, but really came with two thoughts. One, really having inspirational spaces, but others really just practical things. So working with Adjay Associates, really incorporating Thelma's kind of wishes of having the street present, the stage present, and the sanctuary present. And then Adjay Associates brought in the stoop, an element that's really part of living in Harlem. Some place where you congregate and you're part of, that you can watch people on the street and really see the vibrancy of the neighborhood. And then we really thought about the practicalities of what does it mean to install art. The art has to come into the building. It has to enter, a loading dock, which they never had before. The space, the corridors needed to be wide enough where they're not kind of watching the corners of large crates. And then the galleries themselves, having them flexible enough that they can install art wherever. And especially since they work with living artists, really having flexible space was really important.
And do you have some example of museum?
Other museums I've worked on?
No. Did you think that some museum were references for you?
So there were some references. Thelma came from the Whitney. That was where she had one. She interned and was a curator there.
Where? Sorry.
The Whitney.
Of
Museum.
course, yes. But the new one, the piano one?
No, she was in the Boyer building.
Of course.
And I actually worked on the new building as part of that
really?
renovation. Yes, with Flynn's piano. Building workshop.
But the materiality is close to the former Whitney, no?
Yes. So the stair, when people think of the Whitney,
Exactly.
they think about the stair.
And they are here, we can see them. It really is the spirit of the Breuer building,
Yes.
right?
And the materiality of it. Also the elevator. I'm sure you remember the Boyer elevator.
Of course. I am going tomorrow to Sotheby's.
And the new Whitney also has a large elevator, which is both a practical thing, but also just helps getting people up into a building that's a vertical building. So there are some references to
But
to
also this auditorium made me think about the one of the Perez Museum in Miami.
Oh yes, exactly. So we did reference that because it is an auditorium that's open to the entire museum, and it's the same thing here. So we really needed to make sure that the acoustical curtain worked. So we did go down to the Perez and we investigated that curtain. This curtain is by the same manufacturer. And so that is what allows this program space to be really open to the rest.
What about the design of the outside?
So the materiality of it is precast. There are sandblasted panels like this. On the other side of this low wall, you'll see there are also panels that are polished with very large aggregate. So it's just it's a refined palette. You can see that the glazing is organized in a way that really truly reflects what's happening in the building. The program spaces, so the entry and the stoop, but also the education spaces, expanding the walls, which is a teen program that they have, and classrooms.
But what about the drawing of the building, the design of the building?
Well, the design was really a reflection of the program. And so having those framed glazing is really an important part of the design.
So the outside comes from the inside.
It does. It does.
Merci. Thank you.
You're welcome.